Hi lovelies, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So it's been a while, and this is not a BTS related reading though. This is going to be a reading for you guys. This is basically a pick a card reading, and it will be focusing on your spiritual gifts. So I have been talking to one of you guys. If you're watching this, you probably know that I'm talking about you, but I've got the inspiration from talking to this person, and I think it would be interesting to do this kind of reading, to kind of give you a glimpse into what kind of spiritual gift do you have, and why are you being given this gift, which spiritual being or which spiritual forces that you can turn into to ask for help or guidance, to develop or to grow your spiritual gifts, and how can you walk your spiritual gifts in a positive and beneficial ways for your own development, and also to fulfill the purpose that you have been given together with these gifts. So I've got 3 piles for you today, for you to choose from, and I'll show you the one card, like one oracle card of each deck, so to help you with choosing better. So the first one, this is the first pile. We have onion. It says protection. It's the number 9. It's the earth sign. Well, it's the earth element, and it's associated with Aries. I know Aries is not an earth sign, but that's not the connections here. You don't have to be an Aries to choose this pile. Please choose with your intuition and not your eyes. But of course, if you like eating onions, you can choose with that as well. But what am I saying? Basically, use your gut instinct to choose. So the first pile is onion. The second pile is fig. Say vitality is associated with Taurus, and it's a water element, and the number is 32. And then the last pile we have here, pile number 3, is cauliflower, and it's the number 11. It's associated with Cancer. With Cancer, the keyword is transition, and it's also earth element in this card. I didn't choose these cards. I shuffled and they jumped out. So yeah, pile, you can have pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. You can pause the video or have a look at the cards as long as you want to pick the right one, and then once you've made your decisions, please head to the timestamp in the description box, and I'll go ahead and start with pile number 1. So pile 1, if you've chose this card here, which is onion, with the keyword protection, this is your pile. This is your reading, all about your spiritual gifts and how can you best work them for your betterment or for your development. So first of all, when you're drawn to this pile, I would say that you are somewhat aware of your spiritual gifts, but you are seeking protection from it. It's like it feels to me like you are aware of your spiritual gifts, but it's kind of scared you in a way, and you want to seek protection from it, or you want it to protect you from something. Okay, so bear in mind that this is a general reading, so I'm gonna pick up energies from lots of different people. So there will be two scenarios. One would be you are seeking protection from spiritual gift, from your spiritual gifts, like it scares you, so you want to know what it is, and you want to know if it's possible to protect yourself from it. Like you're kind of resenting it. Is what I'm feeling. And then the other scenarios is that you want to seek protections from your spiritual gifts. Am I using the same words? Is it the same? No, but this is like you want your spiritual gifts to protect you from something. So that's two scenarios that we could have with this card here. But nonetheless, I would say you are aware of your spirituality, of your spiritual gifts. Okay, let's start with the tarot cards to see exactly what maybe not exactly, but what kind of spiritual gifts do you have. So the first card, we have the Tower. We'll get to it. Well, let's have a look at all the cards and then we will see. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Magicians. Okay, so we have two major arcana here. As I said before, your spiritual gifts kind of overwhelm you. It's not that you recently discovered it, but I feel like recently you have, like I would say before you try to look away from it, like if it happens, if it happened before you just like shoos it away and like, no, it's just coincidence and stuff like that, you were trying to find excuses or some other explanation to explain for the things that happened other than that being your spiritual gifts. So you were kind of like looking away from it, but recently you have looked at it more and realized that, okay, this is not coincidental. This is something that has to do with spirituality, and then you actually look at it for what it really is, and it is overwhelming for you. I feel like with the Tower cards, you possibly like have the ability to see the future. Maybe I shouldn't put it in that way, but it's like you could see a few seconds into the future, or you could see what's coming, especially like major moments. You could see people's death before it happens as well. And maybe that's why it's overwhelming for you. Maybe that's why it's scary, because it feels like it's a bad thing. Because the Tower moment is like an erupted moment that happens and caught everyone off their guards, and it feels devastating for a lot of people. It's always that moment of like it's struck like a lightning and nobody's prepared. So it's usually very frowned upon, those kind of moments. So what I see here with this is like you possibly have the ability to see the Tower moments in your life or in other people's life, those that are close to you, those that you really treasure in your life. You could have seen the fallen moments of those people, but you couldn't tell them, or you couldn't do anything about it. And it's felt like because you've seen those things happening, and because those are the Tower moments, so it's not very pleasant for you to see and think that, or maybe because I thought about it, or maybe because it was in my head that I somehow manifested these things to happen in real life. But no, it's your ability to seeing this thing. You are not supposed to do anything about it. You're not supposed to change anything because you can't. I don't think you are shown this tower moments to do anything about it, rather than preparing yourself or like trying to change your perspective of looking at it. And then with the King of Wands, together with the Tower moments, I think your spiritual gifts is, as I said before, is more for you than for other people. Like it's for you to work on yourself, rather than for you to change anything for other people, because you can't. You're not supposed to do anything about it. You're not supposed to tell those people that these things are happening. The King of Wands, when it is in the reverse position, is very much about oneself, and it's also, it talks about confidence. Like there's something, I feel like these spiritual gifts it has been waiting on you, because you're not so confident and compassionate to yourself. Like you've been too harsh on yourself when the King of Wands is in reverse. You blame yourself for seeing this thing, and you judge yourself for seeing these things. That's why you've been running away from it, and that's why you've been resenting it. Yeah, but look at this magician card. Oh, I can't even speak. Let me have a sip of water. Okay, with this magician card, I do think that your spiritual gifts are really, really strong, and this is the seeing the Tower moments is not the only spiritual gifts you have. You have a lot more. Like your ability is endless, because the magician is someone who works like, you know, the alchemist. He's like the alchemist of the universe. Like he could turn anything into something that he wants. He could use the things that's given to him and the things within and his ability to create something that no one else could. So I think you have a lot more potential in spirituality if you are willing to work on it, if you're willing to put in the work to unlock your ability, if you don't resent it anymore, if you've learned a way to really understand what you have, you understand what spiritual gifts you have and what it does for you, then you have a lot more potential to develop it into something quite significant, whether it is for yourself or for the people that you care about. But to go from the Tower to the magician, I would say it's a long, long way, and you have the magician is all about confidence as well, and we have the King of Wands here in reverse. So that's definitely something that you need to work on. Like you need to trust yourself and being confident in yourself. Because if you want to be an alchemist, you have to understand what materials you have and your ability to work with it. So you have to understand your gifts and your ability. You have to understand yourself, and you have to be comfortable with what you have in order to work on it and turn it into something better. So yeah, that is your spiritual gift. Let's have a look at these oracle cards to see. This one here I have is like, I basically asked the question, why were you given these gifts, these spiritual gifts, and what's the purpose of it? The first card we have purity. So yeah, this is about, it's definitely working on yourself. It's your self issue, rather than working for someone else or on some other external problems. And then we have release. So yes, same thing. It's possibly something, if you believe in reincarnation and past lives and stuff like that, it's possibly a spiritual burden or karmic burdens that you have accumulated through your past lives and carry it to this current life. So that there's something you need to release. As the ability of seeing the Tower moments possibly has connection to something you did in the past as well. Yes, so both release and purity talks about it. They both talk about cleansing, I would say. So that would be releasing your resentment towards your ability, towards your spiritual gifts, seeing what it is for, seeing your spiritual gifts for what they really are. It's not a curse to see things happening to people, because let's say I understand how difficult it is to see like moments, to see the tower moments happening to people that you care about. I know that it's difficult, but please know it's not a curse, and it doesn't happen for you to change anything. It doesn't happen for you to interfere with what is supposed to happen, but it is more so for you to understand what you can do, which is like the way you act about it, I guess. Maybe like for an example, if you see someone is gonna lose something, rather than telling them, hey, you're gonna lose this thing, you better try anything you can to protect it. You're not supposed to tell them that, but maybe you can tell them to like, hey, why not spend time enjoying the things that you have right now, not because of you losing it, but because you have it. So if you have it now, enjoy it now. So that's just like one way of changing perspective on things, so that we treasure our day and our times better. It doesn't matter if the tower moment is gonna happen or not, but I guess that's what you're supposed to do with your spiritual gifts, like encourage people to enjoy. What was I saying? Yeah, encourage people to enjoy what they have. Why it lasts. Okay, let's have a look at the other cards. So these are kind of what spiritual forces or spiritual guidance, mentor, that you can turn to for help to walk with your spiritual ability. We have Spirit has your back, and then we have turn knowledge into wisdom. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like what you see, it becomes your knowledge, but you need to turn it into wisdom. Like you need to change, or you need to adapt a better way of using it, of acknowledging it, of acting about it, so that it becomes something helpful and beneficial. Definitely. Also, old spirit, wolf spirit. Oh, we have two wolves here. Okay, that's synchronicity for you. What I was looking at, wolf spirit reminds me of like an old soul, and like really deep knowledge that has been accumulated through generations and generations. So again, that is your karmic burden. No, I wouldn't say burden, baggage. Your karmic cycle, I would say. that you have accumulated, and now you have to truly deal with it. But evil spirits tells me that this is your ancestors. Spirits always have your back, and you possibly would have a powerful spiritual team as well, be it your guardian angel or your spirit guides. It's different for each of us, but I think it would be beneficial for you to try to tap into, like, to get into contact with your spiritual team and get to know who they are. They would definitely help you with a lot of guidance and protections. If you're seeking protection, they always have your back. So tune in with them. Maybe do like meditations, or just open up and ask, because they are your spiritual team, so they will always be with you, and they will always there to help you. So the last card we have is, how can you walk your spiritual gifts? My neighbors is running like the water tap, and it's so loud. I don't know, maybe it could be picked up on the camera, but maybe take a spiritual bath like with salt and scented candles, and spend times for yourself to calm down, like calm your energy down, so that would work as well, that would help as well. So this card we have, Castle of Light, Divine Orchestration, I can't even say this word, helpers in the subtle realm. So this again is your spiritual teams, is your spiritual helpers. Sometimes when I do my meditation, I reach out to my spiritual team and my helpers from the realm as well, and I could feel their presence and I could feel their energy. So maybe that's something that you could try and do in your meditation as well. But of course it's different for each of us, and only when you are open to see, to feel, can you be connected to the right energetic exchange. So yeah, if you do subscribe to the belief of there is spiritual teams and there is helpers from the spiritual realms, definitely do some more research about it and find a way that works best for you to connect you to your team and get the right guidance. They don't even have to be like from the spiritual team. They could just have been a spiritual mentor that you know, or for me, I deliberately take a lot of readers on YouTube as my mentor, as my spiritual mentor, because I believe in what they say, and I resonate with what they say in their journey. So maybe that would work for you as well. But yeah, that's all that I have for you who have chosen number 1, onion protections. I hope that this somewhat resonates with you, and it could be helpful for you as well. Thank you so much for connecting to me and let me do this reading for you. It has been my honor, and please let me know if it resonates, and let me know if these kind of readings are interesting for you, or if it's beneficial in any way. And I might do more of these kind of readings on this channel. But yeah, thank you, and please stay safe, stay positive, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. How part 2, if you have chosen this card here with Fig and Vitality, this is your reading about your spiritual gifts. So we're going to have a look at what kind of spiritual gifts do you have, why are they being given to you, what are the purpose, what kind of spiritual forces or spiritual beings that you can reach out to for help in terms of working with your spiritual gifts, and how can you work with your spiritual gifts for the better or the more positive and beneficial way for your self-development. And so first of all, I would like to say that when you are drawn to this card of Faith and Vitality, I would say that you are pretty much tapped in with your spiritual gifts. Like, you are aware of your spiritual gifts to a certain extent, and you want to use it to manifest something into your life. It doesn't say with this card, but when I see this, I really think about manifestation, and I would say it is something quite material that you are trying to manifest. It doesn't have to be money or possession, but it's like something that's tangible, something that you can touch, something that you can like measure. Say if you want to use your spiritual gifts to help people, you want to be able to like count how many people you could have. Just an example, or like how much they would pay for your service. In terms, it is the measurement that you would like to have for your spiritual gifts. So you definitely like trying to manifest something using your spiritual gifts. Like, you would like to see it resolved in the 3D world. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot card to see what kind of spiritual gifts do you have. So we have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the Star. We have the Chariot. And we have the Hermit. Wow, okay. So you have 3 major arcana. So yes, I would definitely say you are very much tapped in with your spiritual gifts, and they are quite like activated, I would say. With the Six of Cups, I feel like you have a gift for communication, but it's not like mass communication. It's like you have the gift to talk to people, like to talk into the soul of people. Like, if you talk to someone, they will just naturally open up to you, and tell you their deepest secrets. It's kind of those kind of things. Or you bring out childhood memories in people. You bring out the sense of like trust and safety in people. Is what I'm saying. With the Six of Cups in reverse. Also with the Star, I feel like you also have the ability to like encourage people to open up. Like, people feels really safe and comfortable around you. You possibly have a really bright yellowish golden aura, so people feel warm and inspired and encouraged. I can't speak. Around you. You're really soft and gentle and nurturing. So people would come to you for advice and for therapy, even. Like, just talking to you would feel like a therapist, like a therapy session. So maybe you're like trying to use that spiritual gift of yours to start a new career in those areas, like being a life coach or a mentor or something in that department. I'm not very like sure what titles are there, but you just have a natural gift to talk to people and encourage them to open up to you. You can remind people of what they want deep down, or like what they used to want when they were a child. you could like conjure up feelings that is buried deep down in people. So I would say you would make a pretty good therapist, or psychologist, psychiatrist. How do people say? Yeah, and then we have the chariot. Definitely, the chariot is also like you are very good at motivating people. So you are like really good at making people feel what they have buried deep down. Like if they have a dream and everyone else say that, oh, that is like wishful thinking, or that is like unreal, it's not gonna be doable, you can't do it. But you are on the opposite, you're like, you can do it, and you motivate these people to do it, and you like encourage them to really tap into their deepest desire and dreams, and you encourage them to go after it. I think we are pretty similar. And then you have the hermit. So as I said with the Six of Cups as well, you have a way of communicate with people. It feels very exclusive. It's like you always have this one-on-one talk with people, and they feel trusted, they feel safe with you. That's why I thought about like a therapy sessions or a psychiatrist appointment kind of things. People talk to you, people confide in you their secrets and like desires and dreams. But you, because of the hermits, I feel like you are not, you used your spiritual gifts in a very spontaneous way. It's not, you're not trained for it, you're not like professionally trained for it, you don't have a degree, you don't have certificate in doing this, and maybe that's why it's a bit difficult for you to manifest a career or something in the 3D world, something measurable, using your spiritual gift. Like if you want to make it your career, it's a bit difficult for you because you don't necessarily have the proven knowledge or certificate or whatever it is required for you, for regular people to start this kind of career. You kind of have to find your own way, but you have the ability, and people come to you, people follow you because of your light. So I would say it's not going to be an easy way to walk this path that you want to walk, but you definitely have the ability, and you are the only one who can do it. That's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting, but definitely your spiritual gift, you're very much tapped into it. You still have a lot of potential to how to say it, to get to know or like to explore, but for now you are pretty much aware of what you have and how you would like to develop it further. Okay, let's have a look at this card. Like, why are you being given this gift, and what is the purpose of it? Does it have anything to do with your life purpose and things like that? And then we have wonders. This is beautiful. I think it goes so well with the hermits, because wonders is all about finding small things, finding small wonders that is hidden around. Like we truly have to look not with our eyes but with our heart, and we have to listen with our hearts as well to be able to find the wonders that is hidden all around us. I think that is very much everything that I've been talking about, your spiritual gifts from the tarot cards, because you have the ability to find these gems, how is gems? Sorry, my English is so bad. You have the ability to find the diamonds inside each person that you talk to. you have the ability to look at the positive sides and like bring out the good in people, and help them polish it, help them make it shine. That is your gift. Your gift. Oh my God, I'm hearing you are here. You are being given this to make the world a better place, one person at a time, one piece of diamond at a time. Because when you're talking to different people, you help them to raise their vibrations, and then they will go around raising other people around them, raising the vibrations of people around them as well, and it's creating this ripple effect. So it starts from you, but maybe you don't even know it, but you have to raise the vibrations of a lot of people, and in that way you contribute to the good that is happening in this world. You might never know, but definitely yes, you are here to seek for the wonders in people. That's why you are being given this, and you've been given this light to light your way, but also to lead other people, to help them find their own light as well. Wow. Okay. These are what spiritual forces or mentors, or I don't know, like who can you turn to ask for help if you want to ask for help and guidance in terms of like developing your spiritual gifts. We have Mall Spirit, and it is number 40, so that could be significant for you. Tend to the small things. Oh my God, isn't this the wonders that I have been talking about? This is finding the small things. And in my culture, the mouse is always they're always so hard walking. It's like squirrels, they collect and accumulate small things so that they have a lot over time. Like they work so hard over time, collecting small bits of food and here and there, and then after a while when they look back, they have this pile of food in their, how do you call it, I don't know where the mouse live. Yes, but anyway, this is like this is like finding, what am I about to say? Oh my God, I'm having a breakdown. I'm having like a lot of download. Okay, give me a second. Okay, how can you better work your spiritual gifts? What kind of spiritual forces that you can turn into for help? Okay, you find the help or the motivation from each and every person that you have for, or you talk to, you've connected to, from, let's say, for example, you've talked to this person, you have them, and all they say is just, thank you so much, this really helped me, and then they connect to you at a deeper level, and then they keep updating you with their journey. And so those feedback, those positive energy that you receive back from this person, from these people, is your inspiration, is your guidance. Every time it happens, you're like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. Oh my God, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to have. So it's not necessarily a spiritual being that you can turn to for help and guidance, but it is the things that you find along the way. It is the things that you received back from what you give away on your journey. That is your guidance, and that is your mental, your motivation, propelling. Oh my God, I can't speak. Propelling you forward. That's the word. Yes. Right, so let's have a look at these final cards here. How can you better work your gifts, your spiritual gifts, to make it more positive and more beneficial for you, for whoever you work with. So Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Again, it is all about tuning it in with yourself and motivating yourself, nurturing yourself, growing yourself. I can see that this is pretty much a learn voyage for you. It doesn't have to be lonely, but it's like you have to walk this path on yourself, and along the way you learn along the way and you grow along the way. You are the only one drawing the map of your life. So you don't follow anyone else's footsteps. It might sound difficult, and it might be difficult, I know, but you have to trust that you have the ability, and I'm sure that the motivations that you get along the way is more than enough to bring you forward and to feel your passions, as a Chariot card. Okay, last one we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I think this might be like a final, not a warning, but it's like advice for you, because if you working on this journey, connecting to a lot of people, and it's mostly like one-on-one connections, it could feel daunting sometimes. It could feel heavy sometimes, because you're taking in a lot of people's energy and you giving them your energy as well, so it could wear you down. You have to set certain boundaries so that people don't come for you to just because they need you. People like you, or people. I'm like this as well. I used to draw in a lot of energy vampires. Those people, they have problem and they need help, and but they don't necessarily respect our boundaries, so they just come and take and take and take. And because I guess you're not doing this for now, at least for now, you're not doing this for money or for anything in return. So it's easy for people to just come knock on your door and say, hey, I need this from you, can you do this for me? You need to set boundaries on those people. You need to have, you need to like dedicate times, like, okay, I'm gonna spend this much time doing this, and the rest I'm gonna spend it on myself, because you need to take care of yourself, of your spirituality, of your spiritual well-being as well. So you need to set boundaries on the people that you want to help as well, and you cannot help a lot of people at the same time, so you cannot help everyone. So being quite selective with who you're connecting to and who are you helping, and make sure they know that what they can do to return your favor by being good, decent human beings. Make sure that they know that. Like, I make sure that the people that I am connecting to do that, and I also tell people, even my really close friends, that hey, I can only help you with these things, I cannot help you with everything, and you cannot just come to me because you need a reading or something. It doesn't work like that. So I hope that you also set up your own boundaries in terms of helping people with their spiritual journey as well. So yeah, that's all that I see for you, pile number 2. I hope that it resonates. Please let me know if it does, and if it's in any way beneficial for you. And also let me know if this kind of reading is interesting. I might do more of this pick a card readings on the channel. And thank you so much for connecting with me and letting me do this reading for you. It was such an honor, and yeah, I hope that you stay safe and positive wherever you are, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading. If you've chosen this card of broccoli with the word transition, this reading is all gonna be about your spiritual gifts. We're gonna have a look at what spiritual gifts do you have. Why are they being given to you? What are the purpose? What spiritual forces or spiritual beings that you could turn into for help and guidance in terms of developing your spiritual gifts, and how can you better work your spiritual gifts for your benefits and for your self improvement. So first of all, what I would like to say with this transition card is that you're drawn to this because I think that you are somewhat aware of your spiritual gifts. No, more than somewhat aware, you are aware of your spiritual gifts, and you are in the transitioning process of believing in your spirituality, in your spiritual gifts, into actually working on it, into actively try to understand and how can and work with it to serve your purpose, or to being more in tune with your spirituality. Number 11 or Cancer could be significant to you. You don't have to be one, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I pick up with this. So you are definitely in the transition period of moving forward towards being more familiar and comfortable with your spiritual gifts. So let's have a look at your tarot card to see what kind of spiritual gifts do you have. Oh, we have the Emperor. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then we have the Empress in reverse. Interesting. So all 3 piles have major arcana cards. This is insane. You guys are so, like, you guys are very spiritually gifted, but at a different level of being awakened to it. So I'm glad because I know when I set up this channel, I intended to, like, I set my energy or vibration with the intention to connect with people of the same, more or less, vibration. So you guys are like selected. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I have a very selective circle here, so thank you for connecting. Okay, let's get into your cards. With the Emperor card, I have to say that your spiritual gifts it lies in your ability to influence people, your ability to how to say it, like, to take control of the situation. You always present, like, the way you present yourself with a lot of sureness. Like, there's something so sure about your appearance or the way you talk or the way you carry yourself. So people trust you and people look up to you and people admire you. You have a lot of power in what you say. Not necessarily, like, you don't have to have a super high position in your work or within your society, but it's like people usually come to you for advice on their business. Or I don't know, you just, like, you are born leader, like, naturally. So you have really a way of talking people into something. Like, you have the way, you're such an influencer, in a good way. Like you influence people into doing the things that is good for them, not for your own benefit. And I would say you have a lot of knowledge, a lot more knowledge than someone your age would normally have. And you also understand, like, you see through people as well. That's some, like, you have this detector, like built-in detector within you. You can just feel the vibes and see people for exactly what they are, and no one can play you around. No one can get past your vibe check machine that is built in your head, built in within you. Yeah, you are just like really powerful, but you're not smug about it. This is amazing. Also with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like a lot of things that you know, a lot of your wisdom or knowledge comes from your dreams. Yeah, it comes from your dreams, and you have the ability to release anxiety from people, because of the energy of the Emperor as well. There's a certain sureness about you. So when people are around you, they are calm. They are calmed down by your presence. So yeah, you also have the ability to talk people into confidence as well. Like you can encourage people to be more confident in themselves or in whatever it is that they do. So maybe that's because of that you could have quite a significant position at work or within your community. You could be like the representative of your community as well, however you define your community, but you are definitely like one representative, or could be like the leader, or people look up to you, people come to you once they need to make a statement or speech, something like that. It could be seen as a interpersonal skill, social skill, soft skills, whatever it is, but it, like, deep down it is your spiritual gifts. You are born a natural leader, and it's like it's within you. You didn't have to train to be like this. So yeah, it's part of what is given to you. And then we have the Empress in reverse. So when we have this, it's interesting. We have the Emperor and the Empress. But when the Empress is in reverse, I felt like, oh, you could be like speaking up for feminism. You could be a very active advocate for humans' right, or for women's right, or for feminism, or something about the people that is underprivileged. So you have that you have ability to connect to those people, and so you want to help them. Yeah, there's something about this Empress, the Empress in reverse, is telling me maybe you need to work on your feminine energy as well, maybe on your connection with your mother or your sister, or some really significant feminine energy in your life. Doesn't have to be a woman, but it's just like the representation of feminine energy, or maybe it's the feminine side of yourself. I think it would be more beneficial for you to release the blockage of yourself and the feminine energy. It could be your feminine energy, or it could be the feminine energy that is very strongly presented in your life. So that would be one thing that you can have a look at. Okay, let's have a look at this card. This is why you've been given this these spiritual gifts and what are the purpose of it. We have community. What did I say about the Emperor? Also, when I see this, I definitely see that you're given this like leadership skill, so to say, the spiritual gifts to lead a community or to encourage, inspire people, to inspire community. You are here to represent a certain community. It could also have something to do with feminism or activists as well. But when we see butterflies is also talking about transitions, which is like making changes, transformation as well. So you're given these gifts to inspire people to transform themselves as well. People will take inspiration from you, from how you go through your transition, from how you grow, so that they would follow you in that journey. That's what I'm hearing from this. Also, I would like when I see the butterflies in the forest like this, I always think about the ripple effect. I talked about this in part 2 as well, but for you, part 3, the way you are. I'm like, I can't even talk today. When you are connected to people, you're connected to a lot of people at the same time. So you resonate with many people at the same time. So, that is also one of your abilities as well. So like, you could be very good at public speaking. When you speak, a lot of people would listen to you. So that would create a ripple effect. Like you say, if you have a speech, and then 100 people listen to your speech and they feel so inspired, so motivated, and they go home and talk to maybe 1 or 2 other people and inspire those 1 or 2 people, so that just like you inspired 300 people already, and that is just like it's multiple up, and that is how you make your mark. That's how you represent a whole community. Standing where you are. You could be very good at doing something online as well, like having a podcast, having a YouTube channel, being an influencer. Yes, definitely. Okay, let's have a look at these. This is what spiritual gifts, what spiritual forces or beings that you could turn to for help in terms of growing your spiritual gifts and working with it. And we have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. This it gives me, even though it says the abundant universe, you totally could like connect to the universe, like trust in the universe to provide you with what you need to move forward. Do like meditations and things like that. Maybe do astral projection, or listen to manifestation frequency when you sleep, because you download things a lot from your dream. Like in your dreams, things come to you in your dreams. So maybe it would be good to listen to like those frequencies when you sleep, so that it helps with the transition with the process. But when I see Buffalo Spirit, I always think about the buffalo and the emperor. Oh God, this is the connection. This is the connection to your masculine energy, to your it could be one of your ancestors. Well, that is now being your spiritual guides. But I definitely see that you are more connected to your masculine energy than your feminine energy. So maybe you could like draw inspiration and help from connecting to your masculine energy. But as I said before, there's blockage and there is a wall that you need to work on to release and get more in tune with your feminine energy, because we are all about balance. We need to balance it out, the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine energy, so that we are one and complete. What did I say? Oh god, I'm so zoned out when I do readings. I'm like, I don't even talk rationally anymore. But yes, because as you are in the transition of understanding your gifts and your spirituality, I think I would suggest, because we have community as well, connecting to people that you trust in the spiritual community. Like, I don't know, maybe have a group on Facebook or some readers online. That's how I connected to a lot of people as well. Find the community that you resonate with. They will understand you as well. And as I say, you are a natural born leader, so wherever you go, you have the ability to influence people, and please use that for good causes. I trust that you do, but little reminder, and trust that the universe will always provide you with everything that you ever need. And then the last card we have here is how can you work your spiritual gifts for more positive and more beneficial improvement on yourself, for your self-development. And we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth is happening. This is more about, what I'm saying here is like getting close to nature, being connected to nature. Also we have the earth element here. Maybe eat more vegetables as well. This is so random. But get you somewhere with a lot of water is what I'm saying here. If you happen to be a Cancer, being near a large body of water would definitely help to calm yourself down, and even like help you to like with clarity. It will bring you clarity in terms of like, I don't know, in terms of like what do I have, what do I want, and how do I go from where I am now to where I want to be, utilizing what I have. But with Lemuria, like, always trust that you are creating what you're supposed to create. Like, have the trust in your purpose. And if you are still like fluctuating between, oh, do I really have this gift, or is it real? How do I make sure that it's real? How can I like touch it? It's such a weird way to say it, but like, you definitely have the gifts and you have the potential to use it for better causes. So I feel like the transition is not going to be too long for you. Like, you are coming into understanding of your spiritual gifts and how you could work it. The transition is not going to be long for you. November could be a significant month, and then I think you will like learn a lot within the next 3 months, in terms of like how do I say that word? What is wrong with me today? In terms of like moving forward from being not so certain about your spirituality into fully understand it and ready to work it to your favor and to fulfill your life purpose. So yeah, I think that's all that I see for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for connecting with me and letting me do this reading for you. It's such an honor. I hope that it resonates with you and is beneficial in some way. Please let me know if it does, and I might do more of this type of pick a card reading on this channel. And yeah, please stay safe and stay positive wherever you are, and I will see you in the next reading.